Welcome back, everybody, to another TIMBP Live. I'm your host, Perry. Thank you so much for choosing to be here with me this Thursday evening. I forgot to turn the music down. I'm sorry. It's too loud. My voice might be too quiet. So I am, I would say I am not sick necessarily anymore. I might have a touch of bronchitis. If you listened to this week's episode or watched last week's live stream, you know that I was definitely not feeling good and sounded much hoarser than I do tonight. However, I am very congested and I can't really hear out of my left ear right now. So if if something needs to be changed, please let me know because I don't know what's going on. I'd say about 50%. Uh, I'm a little lost, but that's just kind of how it goes. Let some more folks roll in, but to the few of you that are here so far, hello, Emily. Good to see you. Oops. Tony Bag of Donuts. Antonio Bag of Donuts, excuse me. Molto bene. Sugar Kitty says meow. Pear Bear says meow back. I haven't had anything to drink yet. I have not had a sip today. And I mean, I usually kind of wait until live streams anyway when they are on Thursdays. For the most part, I mean, I try to be careful, safe. Audio sounds rough. Does it? Check. Is it? Is that any better? Why does it sound so? Does it really sound bad, Clifton? You think it might be my headset? Was it just? Was it too quiet? Like I was saying, so I can't hear out of my left ear right now. So if if I if something does sound off, I appreciate that you let me know that though, Clifton. Um, please let me know. I'm still so congested from last week, but I yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to get into these samples. By the way, um, oh, it sounds like noise canceling. That actually might be a me thing. Hold on. Is that any better? I think it's cutting out. Surely that fixed it. People say it's bad on your stream too. That sucks, dude. What did I change? There's an echo cancellation option in the settings. Now it sounds better now-ish. Great. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Well, hopefully it is okay. I apologize. I genuinely so much better. Okay, great. Good. Thank goodness. Always kill echo cancellation. I don't remember ever actually was to cover for the stream delay. I got you. I don't ever remember actually selecting echo cancellation. So it could just be a default thing. Everybody who does StreamYard, check your settings. Make sure that echo cancellation is turned off. Hey, Perry. Hey, Swan. Hope you're well, buddy. I miss you. Let's see. Sorry, trying to catch up with the chat. Chris, all the way in Brisbane. Hey, Pear Bear from both Lil and I, lying on bed doing exercises for post-knee surgery from Wednesday. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm very sorry that you had to go through that, but I'm glad that you're on the mend, as it were. Hey, Lil's here now, too. Cheers all. Cheers you, Lil. Golly, this, I think it is bronchitis. It's a lot in my chest, and it's a very dry cough. Like, I'm not coughing up any mucus or anything. It's not COVID. I feel like, okay, so stop being sick. I would love to stop being sick. Are we officially past that point where we can stop saying if we're sick, it's not COVID? Or how long are we going to have to continue clarifying that and or qualifying that, I guess? I don't know. Maybe someday we'll go back to normal, but who's to say? Sorry for the audio issues in the beginning, though, everybody. Glad you're here. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for... It's always COVID until the next new thing. Fair enough. That is the new... It's not a tumor. It's not COVID. That was more drunk guy who got hit in the mouth than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey. Before we get too far into everything... oh, no, yeah, I completely agree with you, Clifton. I don't want to be coughed on by anybody. Or cough on anybody, for that matter. That being said, I apologize for the head congestion and for me not sounding great. But... you're still saying it's the bubonic plague. Good, Swan. That's good. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for being here. Sorry it took a little bit to iron out some of the kinks. But if you haven't followed us on social media, at My Bourbon Pod, go support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month gets you bonus content. We are in the last couple of days of our Splash fundraiser. That is ending on Saturday with our live stream that is going to start at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't have to say in the afternoon if I say 5 p.m. You understand that. Yeah, Chris, I figured I still sound a little bit funny to you. But that is going to be how we close out the live stream. If again, I want to say this, if you all have donated and you got the receipt, either when like a confirmation receipt in email or when you donated, please take a screenshot of it, send it to me. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get you in on the giveaways, because I cannot see individual donations through our affiliate link with Splash. So we're going to have some guests. We're going to have some pours. We're going to have some water, because we are supporting a water charity, a water fundraiser. So, yes, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Tune in and just keep being awesome. Chris says, I believe some 2011 George T. Stagg fixes congestion. You are probably right. It's just not near me right now. And I will definitely, that does sound like a really great way to finish out the night. I will say that much, Chris. All right. I'm going to get something poured. Actually, I'm going to get a couple of things poured that were sent to me from our dear friends at Oak and Thieves, which is a joint venture between BS and Bourbon, Bob and James, and the PodCask, Will and Greeze. And I am so excited to get into these. There are a couple of bottles that you don't have to be a member of their club in order to get. And those are going to be the first ones that I talk about. And then we're going to kind of go through some of the other stuff so that You get a good sense of who they are as bourbon drinkers, as whiskey drinkers, what their palates are kind of like, and to just show your interest. I mean, we gotta, it's a big community. Boys support boys. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. So these first two are Nulu single barrels, which are available at kegandbottle.com. If you just search for Oak and Thieves, be able to find it. The first one is a Nulu single barrel select bourbon called Cigarette Blend. Do not know the proof on it, but I am assuming that it is barrel proof, much like all Nulu picks. Greeze named this one. Got a nice color to it. There's like a mesquite note to it right up front on the nose. It's a very savory kind of deal with this. Don't love that name, but it has me curious. Fair enough. So it tastes like an ashtray. I bet it pairs well with some Lucky Strikes or menthols. Well, how about I read a little bit more of what the description on this is, the background on this is. On kegandbottle.com, it says, the morning was cold. Will and Grease weren't themselves. Bob was craving biscuits, and James was ready to knock it out of the park. We started the day tasting numerous bourbons fresh off the truck that delayed our pick that morning. We started with a couple of no's because of it being a more standard 5-year MGP offering. Then we tasted what Grease calls the Cigarette Blend, which isn't a blend, so he's an idiot. It was a smoky treat for all of us, and it woke Will and Grease up. It does smell smoky. It very much smells smoky. I don't want to go through their tasting notes because I want my own. So mesquite on the nose is not really too far off from what they might have been going for. By the way, I forgot to mention up top, you want to support the show, you want to do super chats, we have a different method for it. It's called Snuffy Chats. The link for it is at the top of the chat. It's in support of Snuffleupagus back here, the patron saint of TIMBP live streams, and you get your message up here on screen. I'm a little worn out with having to say that, and it's nobody's fault. It's just the complexity of it all. Like, if I could just put a button that says, that just says like our super chats or the way that you super chat for TIMBP live, I would do that. But it's just, this is the best method I have. I'm sorry. I also understand it's a tight time for everybody. It's a tight time for us too. So if you can't support with super chats for a little while, I understand. I sit on these live streams every week, and I feel like I keep harping on super chats, and I'm just like, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a podcaster. And I want to talk a little bit more about that after I get into this first pour, because I've only smelled it once. So it's so smoky. I mean, it really does smell like a barbecue sauce covered smoked pork butt. Oh! Wow, that will wake you up. That will 100% wake you up. Oh, the hug! That's so nice. Midway through, it also sounds like, because I can't hear out of my left ear, it sounds like my left headphone is broken. Anyway. Midway through the palate, it starts to get a little oily. But then it gets, like, buttery. What an interesting blend. Or, it's not a blend. See what you got me doing here, Greeze? Greeze said he's going to watch on the replay, so. Yeah. That is crazy good. The finish goes towards this, like, burnt toffee and caramel. Little bit of fruit. I'm already getting hot. The vest is already coming off, y'all. I don't... One pour in. Two drinks in. And that's where I am. All right. I would say if you're looking for something a little bit off the beaten path, this is definitely the cigarette blend is definitely something that you would like to, that you should probably check out. Okay, this next one is also a Nulu single barrel. It is a toasted rye. It's called Get Out. It's got Donkey Kong and Mario on the sticker. I guess I could be showing you guys these stickers, these sample bottles. Here's the cigarette blend one. It's good stuff, man. Ugh, whatever. So about Get Out. Next barrel up, we dove into the toasted rye barrels that were staring at us the entire time we were picking the bourbon. Toasted products hold a special place in our hearts. In most cases, it takes you back to sitting by a campfire. This one is no different. We immediately get a taste of toasted marshmallows, but everyone wants to put some sort of iteration of the Marshmallow Man on the bottle. We aren't going to do that, so we will call it Get Out. There you go. Oh, perfect for this time of year. The toastiness is present. It's not overwhelming, though. I am getting more of the rye on this than I am anything else. Also, I apologize. I think I said this, but I'll say it again. I don't have the proof on most of these. So I'm kind of flying blind along with you all. But still talk about how good they are. Nice and piney. Oh. But that classic toasted whiskey note of marshmallow. And I mean, it's even really kind of a s'mores up front. That's awesome. That's very, very good. I dig that quite a bit. I'll go back for a second sip here in just a moment. But we are getting close to the end of the year. And of course, at this point in the year, we all start to get a little introspective and we start to think about, well, how's the past year been? How have we liked the things that we've done? Where are the things that we look at and we can improve on? And of course, like, creative endeavors, no different. No different than that. And I haven't been able to shake this feeling for a while that the live streams are the weakest link in the TIMBP catalog. Regular episodes are great. Patreon stuff is great. Live streams are just kind of dead. And so whether you're watching this right now or you're watching on the replay or you're listening to this in the audio feed, I want to say thank you first and foremost for being here, because this is genuinely one of my favorite parts of the week, that I get to sit down and chat with people one way or another. But I have noticed, and I think that you all probably have noticed this too in one way or another, that the streams are not, they're not inherently This Is My Bourbon podcast. And so I want to kind of, as we get into the new year, restructure the live shows, not necessarily to be exactly what we do with TIMBP, but at least to maintain some of the magic that brought you all here in the first place. I think I just kind of hit this wall where I was like, I gotta be a YouTuber. I gotta do what everybody else does on live streams. And it just, I lost so much of myself and my voice in that process that I can't like keep I can't keep just doing this weird performance thing every week. And so I'm with a lot of mindfulness and a lot of faith and love and hope for what the live streams are and what this hour of content, extra hour of content a week brings people. I'm not going to stop doing them, but I want to, I just want to inject the TIMBP energy back into TIMBP Live. Having more guests on, doing more stuff like we do with the podcast, basically just allowing people to see what we do with the podcast and how we come about making these episodes, and just being more open and being more vulnerable with all this too. So that's where I have kind of been mentally with this over the past couple of weeks, and trying to figure out, where do I want my creative energy? Where do I want the things that I'm the happiest with to shine? And if the podcast is that, then I want to keep the podcast energy across the board. And so that's what it is. Not stopping. Still keep it on. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. I don't have anything more to say other than, if you watch This Is My Bourbon podcast, or if you listen to This Is My Bourbon podcast, or watch it on YouTube or whatever, it's a renewal of commitment to being This Is My Bourbon podcast. That's all I'll say. That's it. I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to drop it off, leave it to hang out at the neighbor's house for a little while, and then pick it back up. We go on our way. That's what we're doing. Also, it is really hard on somebody with bronchitis to talk for an hour. So I'm not going to whisper, but I am going to I'm going to lower my voice a little bit. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. I can't really sing right now, Dad. James and/or Bob, I'm here. How does it taste? Well, so far, the cigarette blend and Get Out both taste phenomenal. You guys absolutely killed it with these two. I think I'm going to do a little greasy Hair Bear thing. If the Greeze were me. I just blended the two of them together. I'm curious. Bob isn't smart enough to do that. James, good to have you on. Dad says you might see Papa Ritter soon. That is true. You might indeed see Papa Ritter before too long. James, have you tried blending the two of these together? It's crazy. Just a little 50-50. That is good. James, I'm glad you're here too, because I know that I'm going to have questions on some of the bottles and everything. But so yeah, cigarette blend and keg and, or excuse me, you can get it at keganbottle.com. Shipped directly to you, and they're on sale currently. So the next one. This is a Penelope pick. 116 proof. Barrel strength 116 proof pick. I don't even know what I said. It's a 116 proof Penelope pick. Bourbon in its purest form, Penelope barrel strength pushes the boundaries of our signature 4-grain balanced flavor profile. Each batch is blended from 3 bourbon mash bills aged in new American oak barrels and completely uncut, non-chill filtered. Each barrel was hand-selected and blended into a single batch in order to create this unique offering. 4 to 5 years old. Second batch. This one's called Elegance. Mash bill of 91 corn, 7 rye, 2 malted barley. Nope, it says something different on this. Yep, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, James. 21% rye bourbon, 9%, 99% corn. James, I'm struggling. I'm sorry. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Sorry. James has got the actual info there. Said Joe Louis, greatest fighter there ever was. You didn't know no Martin Luther King. That is so good. That nose is... I dig that. We had the first blend with 3 of the mash bills. They didn't fix the calculator for the labeling crew, and it slipped past them. There you go. Here's the sticker, by the way. I don't think I showed it. It's an elegant lady coming out of curtains. Or looking at you on your bed. I don't know. You got a canopy bed, apparently, if that's you. Either way, it's an elegant lady. 43% corn, 37% rye, 20% malted barley. There we go. Thank you, James. I will say, it doesn't smell inherently like a rye whiskey, though, which I think, well, it's not even really that. It's not a rye. It's not technically a bourbon either, based on that kind of mash bill. Oh, it's named by Ashley with 2 worlds. Nice. Fantastic. Ashley's awesome. It is an oddity indeed. Whoa. Hello. Oh, it started out like coffee, like a flavored coffee. Midway, it switched gears into like a cherry syrup. I think it was chocolate on the back half of the palate. Interesting. This definitely feels like something that once you hit it, once you know it, you're like, this is it. Like, we've tried all these blends. They've been okay, but here is the winner. This just feels like a winner, man. Comes from the malted barley. Yeah, it's such a high malted barley concentrate. That's not what I wanted to say. Yeah, 20% malted barley. It's crazy. Now, this particular pick is available at sealbox.com. If you just search for Oak and Thieves, you can get it over there. $75 a bottle. That's pretty good for Penelope, too. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad... It's not a bad deal by any means. These are Starlight barrels. A space oddity, indeed. I'll go back to this one. Ground control, the Major Tom. The congestion is helping me sound like David Bowie. That could have been a single barrel. Loved it so much. Greeze said that it wouldn't be good with any of that malted barley. He's a fool. I love Greeze. I love all four of you guys at Oak and Thieves. I'm not trying to just say I only love Greeze, because that's not true. Ugh. My apologies. All right, so got a couple of Starlight barrels here. This one's called Oak. And it is a double oaked rye whiskey at 109 proof, 4 years old. And this other one is called Thieves. Double oaked bourbon whiskey at 112 proof. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. There we go. I'm hanging in there. Ooh. He's a man. He's hanging in there. Doesn't let no sickness get him down. Let's start with the rye. Let's start with oak, because it only makes sense to me to go oak and then Thieves, because Oak and Thieves. Man, that... You know what's funny is that I mean, this is what now, my third or fourth MGP sourced whiskey that I've had tonight, and I'm starting to see a pattern here. There is still, I've said this off and on recently. There is this little kind of slight metallic thing that I get with MGP products. Not like overly so, but it is present. I do notice it. Man, it's like maple syrup, bourbon barrel aged maple syrup on the nose. Tony Bag of Donuts says, rub some dirt on it, rub some dirt on it, walk it off. Papa Ritter says Metallica. If you haven't listened to the Rob Dietrich episode that came out a couple weeks ago, you need to go do it. Because it is so much fun. It drinks pretty hot for a 109 proof. I get a lot of the heat, especially on the back end. But it's good, man. It's good. Oh, Lady T, Miss Teresa Martinez with the $10 Snuffy Chat. Thank you so much, Teresa. Almost called you Martinez. Teresa, I don't think I've seen you in the chat yet tonight, but thank you for the Snuffy Chat. I told you, you can see it right up here. And the link is pinned in the YouTube description, or the YouTube comments as well. Mouth feels a little bit thinner than what I've had so far. But it's not without flavor. There's this lingering kind of like honeysuckle thing that's going on as well. Like, all right, Thieves. Bob. James, which of you all in this instance was Oak and which one was Thieves? I have my guesses. Well, I did, and now I'm lost. No, I still have a guess. Thieves is the ringer. Confirms my suspicions that you all were Thieves and Will and Greeze were Oak. Oh, Bob is as big as an oak. Ah, never mind. Oh, Bob is Oak, you're Thieves. Oh, snap. Woo! It definitely smells finished. It smells like you just washed a barrel. If that makes sense. Like wet wood. Teresa's here. Cheers, eating Jack Daniel's whiskey cake. Oops. I don't know how StreamYard works sometimes. James says, fun fact, first name was Ardent Alchemist. Then we saw that there was a burlesque troupe named that. You tried. You definitely tried. Oh. Oh, that's a cigar bourbon. And we could have said join AA. That is it, James. That is a cigar bourbon through and through, man. That might be my favorite thing I've had so far tonight. Yeah, I just get transported to this, like, swirling cloud of cigar smoke and just leather and oak. And, like, some creaminess, too. First crack, I thought they switched barrels on us, then it opened up like Walmart on Black Friday. What a Southern saying. It just feels so Southern. Oh, man. Tony Benavides. I don't think I said hey to you earlier. I'm sorry about that. Speaking of MGP, just scored a Redwood Haystack Needle. 15-year pick. Can't wait to crack that. I like that name. Somebody was really thinking when they came up with that. Yeah, James, this is great, dude. The Thieves is a fantastic barrel. Oh. Hey, Emily's back. James, I didn't say this when you first got here. I forgot to. But thank you for sending these to me, man. This is fun. I love doing this kind of thing. To me, a drink's way older has that complexity to it that I love from an older product. I wonder if this one was done on a pot still. Pot stills give a certain complexity that a column doesn't. I am personally not a huge fan of pot still bourbon. But that being said, I mean, if it works, it works. I'm not going to try to, like, pigeonhole myself one way or another. So. I'm trying my hardest to shield you guys from the horrible noises that are coming out of my upper area. Just trying to get the name out. Or get our name out. When we discussed it, you were on our list. You can change me on that. All right. I'm just happy. Yeah, man. I'm always happy to help good buddies out. Good friends. All right. James, I got 3 left out of what you all sent me. I got Hucklebearer, Born to Fill, and Welcome to Bedrock. I don't know what any of these are. All I got, I'll show y'all. All I got were the pick stickers on these sample bottles. So I'm not sure. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, if I turn on noise suppression in StreamYard, it'll cover up those coughs. Yeah. I also forgot to mention that James sent me the best noisemaker ever. It first of all, I'll show y'all. It was filled with some loose grains of rice, but it came in a Copenhagen can. Absolute best noisemaker ever. All right, so go Bedrock, Hucklebearer, and then Born. I can do that. Let me know when you're going to head over to Louisville, and I'll see if I can organize you to meet up with Gelfa to try his Brothers of the Leaf releases in his private boo rye. I would love that, Chris. I appreciate you, man. I'll keep you posted. I don't have any plans to go to Louisville at the moment, but that could change. Who's to say? All right. Bedrock is first. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pour them all up at once. Ugh. And then finally, Born to Fill. Oh, I didn't even show you the Welcome to Bedrock sticker. I apologize. This one was the Hucklebearer. I think it's going to focus. And then this guy was Born to Fill. Oh, yeah, I could do it at Justin's too. Hey, let Justin and Justin know. Yeah, I would appreciate that, Chris. I would definitely appreciate it. All right, James. I don't know what any of these are. What distillery, what proof, if they're finished, if they're MGP. Basically, it's an episode of Matt Madness. Okay, so Bedrock smells weird. Okay, there's a weird, like, Gatlinburg kind of smelling funk to it at first. But the second sniff, then it starts to kind of peel away, and then it starts to go a little bit more like maple syrup. What a peculiar nose here. Yeah. Oh, it ramps up at the end. That's when more proof starts to, and more flavor for that matter, starts to show up. It's from ASW in Atlanta. It's called Red X, copied from Stranger Things. Oh, cool. Made from 100% Red X malt, used for coloring in craft beer. That is awesome. 102.8 proof, 4 years old. That's wild, dude. Yeah, the maltiness is... of course, power of suggestion. Now that you bring it up, I'm like, oh, yeah, I see that now. That was a funky monkey, man. All right. First initial smell was Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. For sure. I totally get that, dude. All right. Hucklebearer. I don't know nothing about this one, man. I was completely missing any kind of like maltiness on the nose, and it just smelled like cough syrup at first, just because I just had all the malt. It threw me off, man. Now it smells It smells smoky. I mean, it smells more like smoked meat. Good smoked sausage. Brown sugar. A lot of brown sugar, actually. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Huckleberry is from Hogback Distillery in Colorado. It's a 4-year product finished with aspen wood staves, and it's a 36% rye product, just like MGP, but it's their own distillate. This is killer. It's the best whiskey I've had out of Colorado, for sure. Picked in a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Should have called it like chicken minis. Somebody know? Okay, I don't know how widespread this is, but has anybody else had the cheese sauce from Chick-fil-A? It's not. I don't think that it's not like in every store, and it might just be regional to the South. Red X and Hogback are pot still products. That's hilarious. There you go. That's how it goes, man. Pick-fil-A. Oh, Tony. Pick-fil-A is a great name for something that was picked in a friggin' Chick-fil-A parking lot. Incredible name. Oh. Somebody's got to use that. And James, if y'all ever wind up picking in another... you already have too many cease and desists. Yeah, fair enough. James, what was the proof on... why can't I remember the Huckleberry? I keep going. I can't remember the name of this. All right. Last but not least, Born to Fill. Love the Chick-fil-A sauce that everyone sent. So it's not Chick-fil-A sauce. They have a cheese sauce for dipping. And it's phenomenal. I guess it's what they basically just put on or in their mac and cheese. I mean, I guess. I don't really know. But, oh man. The Chick-fil-A sauce, the cheese sauce. That being said, I do love Chick-fil-A sauce. Can't deny it. I'm not the biggest Chick-fil-A fan. There's other chicken restaurants that I prefer. But, oh, James. Born to Fill is a 1792 foolproof pick that somebody turned down. Well, in that case, I'm going to pour a little more and fill my glass higher. And the Hogback was 123.8. The Huckleberry. Oh, man, I friggin' love 1792 foolproof picks. They are, it's one of those bottles where I'm like, if I see it in a store, Even the standard 1792 foolproof, which I have not had, admittedly, in a while, but I love, man. Ugh. Those special place in my heart. Oh, it's like walking into a Rick house. Yeah, James, absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being here. Get those kiddos to bed. And y'all go check out Oaken Thieves as well, oakenthieves.com. Tony loves the coconut notes on those 1792 picks. Oh my gosh. You were able to sell it for $49.99. We haven't seen it at $49.99 in years. You're not wrong. That's where it's at. You saved the best for last. Oh. It's an over... It's a pina colada that somebody put a little too much extra alcohol into. Like if you did a bourbon pina colada and the bartender, like you've been chatting with the bartender and they got to the point where they like you and they want to like say thanks for hanging out because you're cool. And you spend a fair amount of time, like, just talking people up and, you know, just because you're friendly. That's how it goes. And they're like, you're like, hey, can I get another drink? And you're feeling wild. You're like, oh, how about a pina colada with bourbon? Bartender goes, I got you. And they make it. And they kind of give you this little look. And they pour another shot, another 2 ounces. And they go, oops. Guess you just have to drink it now. Just a little bit more of a boozy bourbon pina colada. I went and saved the best for last. You're not wrong, Tony. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, I don't have much of a voice left, and I'm in lots of pain. It's not true, I'm not in pain. My throat hurts a little bit, but I'm good. M said it out, says, love y'all, see you in the Clifton Zone. I will be over there, hopefully, for a bit. Chris asked Perry, are you still interested in one of my Rabbit Hole Alice in Wonderland barrel pick bottles? Potentially, yes. Well, Chris, I'll send you a message. We can talk about it in a bit. Oh, fabulous. I haven't had any 1792 foolproof in a while either. So that was a nice surprise. I appreciate that. Oh, it's Pat. It is the weirdest, most messed up song ever. Not most ever, but it's just it's crazy. Because the song, okay, I don't think it's any like big news or anything. Like if you don't know by now, you may never ever ever know. Which I'd listen to that song. Yeah. If you don't know me by now, you will never ever ever know me. Like I love that song. I absolutely love that song. For whatever, it's a guilty pleasure, I guess. I don't even know what the public discourse on If You Don't Know Me by Now. But it's killer. It's such a fun song. But I'll get back to the Pina Colada song in a minute. Pop Ritter's gonna bounce, but I'll chat before the Christmas break. Love and cheers to all. Bye, Dan. James says it is great. If anyone wants any links, let me know. I replied to Perry's post on this My Bourbon podcast group for this episode. Just PM me. All are available besides Red X and 1792. James, I might need a bottle of the Huckleberry, man. It's good night and thank you all. Thank you, James. Appreciate you being here, buddy. And thank you for sending me samples as well. Happy to help out as much as I can. I know we're kind of going into extra innings. I can't just sit here and not, like, I can't bring it up and then go, I'm not going to talk about the Pina Colada song. Bye, Pear. Bye, Dad. Medication time, so talk to you all later. Bye, Chris. Hope you get to feeling better tonight, buddy. So the Pina Colada song. It starts out. And he says, I was sick of my old lady. He's talking about his partner, his wife, his girlfriend, whatever. And he goes through the if you want pina colada, or if you like pina coladas line, is part of a want ad in the newspaper. A want ad in the newspaper for a tryst. And then he gets a response. And somebody says, I like pina coladas. And getting caught in the rain. No, I'm not into yoga. I can't remember it. Anyway. So somebody responds to his one ad in the papers. Maybe that's a thing that people did a long time ago in the 80s. One ad. Sexual partner. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. I'm sure I can. Worse things have been said on YouTube. And then the personals. There we go. He goes to meet up with the lady that he's going to cheat on his lady with. Turns out it's his lady. It's such a weird song, man. It's so strange. I don't know. I still have fun to it. I still sway to it. I still have a good time. We're still good. I've started slumping way far down in my chair now. Which I didn't mean to initially, but it feels nice to kind of relax a little bit. This is also where I work during the day. So I'm kind of locked into this space about 45% of my week. And then I sleep. Like that's the other 55% of what I do. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, leave us a 5-star rating review on your favorite podcast app of choice. You can also check out all of our apparel and merchandise at bourbonshop.threadless.com. Got some new Christmas holiday merch up there. My favorite is the Christmas morning means bourbon mug. I work surrounded by all the whiskey. I do. I work surrounded by all this bourbon. And I have very good self-control, I would say. Anyway. Go check out the Threadless store. And support the show at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month gets you bonus content. And that means so much. You get so many things. That does it for tonight. I will see you guys real soon on Fridays, Saturdays, live stream at 5 p.m. as our final push for support for Splash, the fundraiser we've been supporting all month long. Thank you all so much for tuning in. See you real soon. Until next time, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live.